lie, bro. Like, I've been thinking lately. Like, I just feel like, you know, it's been a while. I've been trying to, find me a girl best friend. You feel me? So, after that little breakup that I had a couple months ago, whatever, I've been just trying to focus on myself and shit like that. But I was trying, because, I mean, the last, so, like, when we broke up in, I think, June or July, right? So, we broke up then, and from July all the way till probably about October, September, like, it was like 3 months. I was like, I didn't do lust. I didn't like talk to no females, none of that. I was just myself. You know what I'm saying? Working out every single day, focusing on myself every single day. You know what I'm saying? Chilling, right? Now, I've been, alone plenty of times. Like, I've been just by myself for plenty of times. No talking to females. Sometimes I didn't even talk to, like, people in general. I would just be by myself, dinner all day. And I was used to that, right? But the thing about it was, it's like, okay, cool. Like, at some point, as a dude, you're gonna want a female. It's not even about fucking or none of that. It's just wanting a female to just be around and shit like that. Cool. So it's like, okay, cool. So we broke up, and then finally one, months later. But the reason why I had stopped my run of, working out every day and not focusing on females was because I had got injured. You know what I'm saying? I had pulled a tendon in my knee, and that same knee I had a lot of hypertensions in, so I couldn't really play football then as well. So cool. So boom. So then, time goes by. I start, getting my hygiene up, losing weight because I lost like about 60, 70 pounds within these last 3 years. Because when I first started my freshman year, I was 250. Right now, I'm probably like 180, 190, right? So cool. So, but the thing about it is I can't really work out right now. Like, I tried working out earlier and it felt like I like pulled something in my leg again. So I just stopped, you know what I'm saying? So the thing about it is, it's like working out is cool, whatever, but I don't really, like, I don't really want to hurt myself more than I already am. So, boom. So, okay, cool. So, you know, I've been trying to work out, whatever I can't. So now it's like when you are on a diet, it's like harder because if you can't work out, then you damn near have to just eat it, like nothing but healthy food. And me, I've been disciplined with it, but it's like at the same time, it's like it's hard sometimes. You feel me? So, cool. So I have cheat days every weekend, once a weekend. I'm starting to do it like every 2 weeks. So if I have a cheat day this week, I'll wait 2 weeks and have another cheat day. But and then like maybe just have snack like one or two unhealthy snacks on the weekends when I don't have a cheat day. But basically, okay, cool. So I met this girl on the app, and it's like with me, like I said, like I've been lonely a lot. So when I'm lonely, it's hard for me to like function for real, like, and it's really like really is, because I mean now I feel like I have a lot more things to do, because before I didn't really have nothing to do. I was just in the house, working out every now and then. I really didn't even have work as much either, and like I said, I was working as well with the injury too, so I was making it worse. But basically, so I met the girl, whatever, and the thing about it is, it's like with me when I'm lonely, it's about really the nighttime. Like, honestly, I could probably take a whole day and not talk. Because, I mean, like I said, I went months without talking to females. But I could do a whole day without talking to a female. But the amount of things that go through my head every single day, I need somebody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like a female to talk to and vent to about it. And I don't really try and tell my family about it because I don't want them to be, stressing and shit like that. But it's like, with that being said, it's like, okay, cool. I find a female. And it's like she already, like, because it was a while. It took me a while. And like I said, I mean, the first time I ever went up to a female was like I think a month or two ago, and I was at work, and I would see this girl come in every single day. She'll come in like, she would come in like almost every single day, and if she didn't come in every single day, it would be like, or at least every time I worked, she'll come in. So the thing about it was, there was times where she would come back multiple times in one day. So like, for example, she'll come like early in the morning or whatever, right? And then usually it'll be in the evening though. And she'll come in the evening, she'll leave, and then like probably like 30 to 40 minutes later, she'll come back and get some more stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we'll always make eye contact, we'll always look at each other, right? So I finally built the courage to go up to her because I thought it was a sign. Like, if I seen this girl every single day, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's cool that you can be at work, whatever, but mind you, there was a time. So, I work as a cart assistant at the place. I'm not gonna say the place, but I work at a cart assistant, and I basically get the carts, all the carts, like the regular carts, like regular shopping carts, the riding carts, and the baby carts, stuff like that. So I get the carts, and I had so when I seen her one of the days, this is like I think one of the first time I ever seen her. So I had the cart, so I was using the cart. So okay, so here's me. I'm using the cart and I'm pushing it in the like where all the other carts at, and I was on the other side of the door. So when you walk in, I was on the left side of the door, and the right side is where all the carts are at. So I was using a cart and I was walking it over to the left side, and I was gonna turn it around and put it where all the other carts were at. And she had seen it. She came up to me and she was like, "Can I get it?" In like a soft voice. I was like, "Yeah." I gave it to her. She went about her day. So after that, I'll continue to see her, right? Now I talked to many people. Some people said I was delusional. Some people said, I ain't gonna lie, everybody pretty much said I was delusional, but I still went along with it, right? So okay, so boom. So a couple days go by, and I end up seeing her again. And now, mind you, now with me, I was there all night. Like I was overthinking every single night about this, cause with me, like when it comes to females, like when I talk to them, I want it to be perfect. I always have a script for everything I do, damn near. So it's like if I don't go off the script, then like if I don't have a script, I won't be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? So cool. So I went off the script, and I was basically even asking ChatGPT all that. Like I was asking what I should say and all that. So the day finally came for me to see her. I seen her. I walked up to her, or no, I seen her, and I had, like I said, she comes majority of the time. She comes like more than one time a day. So the first time I seen her, I seen her, but a lot of the times I would see her was in the store. So it was like when I would see her, it was either she'd be in the store or she'll be getting out her car, and I'll be doing something, so I couldn't go over to her. And a lot of times I would see her, and she would basically like walk up to me, or like a lot of times I'll see her, and I'll see her outside, and then when I go inside, or like say I'll go inside to use the bathroom, so I wouldn't see her, or say I would, just she'll go inside, and then when she comes out, I would never see her come out, but I just see her car leave. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I never would really have a chance to see her because it seemed like she was always in a rush. Like she'll go in there, get her car, get her stuff, get out. You know what I'm saying? Within probably about 5-10 minutes. Now, mind you, Sam's. I'm gonna edit that out. But the place that I work at. Okay, so what I was saying is the place that I work at is like pretty busy most of the time. So like it's hard for her to just get in there and get out that fast. So basically, like I said, the day I seen her, I didn't walk up to her, but I had got like, I was like thinking in my head I was gonna do it, and then I just got her card and then went about my day. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what happened. So I had seen her, and she was coming out the store when I was already going down that same aisle that her car was at. So I was walking, and I had seen her, but the way I had to do it was I had to meet her. So I'm walking down this way, and she's walking down the other aisle of the cars. So I had basically walked all the way around because there's cart like things there. So I was walking all the way around, and that's how I met her. And she was putting herself in the car when I walked up to her. So I walked up to her. I didn't say anything to her, and I just got her car and went about my day. And then at that exact moment, I damn near was about to start crying. Like I was like so sad because I was up all night. Mind you, I was up all night. Now, mind you, I mean, usually I go to sleep late. So, say for example, even if I work the whole day, say I come home at like, honestly, it doesn't even matter what time I come home. Because I usually like with making content stuff like that, I'll probably get into bed around like 9 or 10. So I'll get in bed around 9 or 10, and I'll probably just watch YouTube until about, like, the earliest time I'll go to sleep is probably like 12 o'clock. And even if I go to sleep at 12 o'clock, I'll still wake up like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. And then I'll go back to sleep, wake up probably like 8 or 9, and then go back to sleep again. And then I'll wake up at like 10 or 11, maybe even 12. So, like, so it's like I stayed up damn near all night, like even longer than I was supposed to, just thinking about what I was going to say and what I was going to do. So I ended up figuring out what I was going to say, and I didn't do it. So I was mad. So then I just went about my day, and then a little longer, she came, and that's when I was able to do it again. And it was damn near in that same aisle, because she parked in that second aisle the first time, and then the second time she parked in the same aisle that I went through to get to her the first time. So she went through there, and I came up to her, and I was like, I said the script. I was like, I've been trying to talk to you for a while, but never got a chance to. What's your name? And she was like, I have a boyfriend. So I just took her car and went on about my day, right? So then she would still continuously come in there, but she would never have her boyfriend with her. So like a couple days ago, I was at the mall, and I ended up seeing her with her boyfriend. But my homeboy was telling me that she like probably wasn't lying about having a boyfriend. Like he felt like she actually did. So cool. So basically, like I said, so with the other girl, we ended up meeting, and I was on that app for hours trying to find somebody to talk to. And a lot of times I'll talk to a female and they just wouldn't text me back. Either they won't text me back, or I'll talk to them and they would like talk to me a little bit, but then become dry. And then a lot of times, like I said, like with me, I feel like at least good text. Like I could text real good, but like talking, it takes me a while to get to know you first. So texting, like I have good texting, but I just ask a lot of questions. So it's like if they're not interested in me, they'll be like, "Why is asking all these questions?" Or I feel like I'm being interrogated, all that stuff like that. So I just just kind of stopped. But so yeah, basically I just went along with it, whatever. We were friends, and we ended up like hanging out. Now the first hangout we had was cool. The second hangout, well, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. It was like the first couple hangouts were good, but it wasn't really specific. But I know that we always had a lot of downtime, because I think the first ever hangout we had, we hung out from like 11 to like 9 o'clock. So we was just like doing, like, I think we would go to the store. We went to the store, and then I know the last store we went to was Publix. And I think I rubbed her feet, and she was just telling me about life and shit like that. And then we just went from there. And then the next time I had got, you feel me? But I'm gonna make that a story time for later. But I got a little hand in the car, whatever. So cool. So then next time I hung out with her, eventually I gave her. She did the same thing that she did before, and then I did the same thing to her, the other way. And then another time was when she did my hair. So she did my hair. She didn't do my. Well, she did my hair, but she also dyed it. So she dyed it. Like you can see a little bit of blue at the tips. She dyed the roots blue, but you can't really see it like that now. But she dyed the roots blue, and I do have some videos of it too. She also dyed. So she bleached it. She didn't dye it. She bleached it. So first she bleached it like it was like brown, and then she put blue over it. So but I do like it wasn't bad. Like her hair doing my hair wasn't bad. She did kind of like, she was a little rough with it, but she did it right. And then she also dyed it, and that was good too. But yeah, so but this was when I was home alone. So I was home alone for 3 days, and mind you, when I used to live in my old house, I used to be home alone like majority of the days. But now I don't ever really be home alone. So I was home alone. I invited her over, and she did my hair. She did my hair. Now, mind you, she probably did my hair because a couple of days before that, we went to the store and got all the things we needed. So she did my hair. After she did my hair, she so she did my hair for the whole day. So it was like, I think she started at like probably like 12 or 1, something like that. And then I remember she did some of it, and then we had to go to the store again. So I think we did it, and then we got some food, and then she did my hair. And then we had to go back to the store again to get more bleach. So we got some more bleach, came home, and we added more in there. And then she did my hair, and I was watching the Eagles game. It was the Eagles versus, I ain't gonna lie, I don't remember. I think it was like the Eagles versus, oh yeah, I think it was either the Eagles, I think it was the Eagles versus the Rams. We watched that game, or whatever. It was like 2-3 weeks. It was last year, like towards the end of last year. But yeah, so we watched that. I think it was like December like 23rd or something like that. And I was watching the game. She was doing my hair, and I think it was when the Giants were playing that day too, and they were playing like, I think it was the Giants and the Raiders. Yeah, that's what it was. And then the Eagles and the Rams, something like that. So she was doing my hair. I was watching the game. We ended up winning the game, and then it took us a decent while for her to do my hair because she had to dye it first. So then we ended up bringing some. So it took a while. Now, mind you, I was home alone, so I ain't gonna lie. It probably took us to about, I think, 11 or 12 o'clock in the morning. That's when we got finished. And she was blow drying it and all that stuff. So, no, it was like 10 or 11. It was one of those two. And basically, we ordered some food. Like, I ordered us some food because she said she went to go get some food, but I wasn't driving, like just to go get some food while she was supposed to do my hair. So I just ordered her some food. We got some Little Caesars. She got, I think, a pepperoni pizza, and I got a pepperoni and sausage pizza and some breadsticks, and we DoorDashed it. And then We ate, and then she finished my hair up. So then the next day is when I was home alone again, and that's when I had invited her over. And I think what happened was, so I invited her over. She came over like probably like 3 or 4, and we went out and got some food. And now, mind you, this was the same day I had made my first ever reaction video. I think it was either my first. Oh no, it wasn't the Eagles versus the Bills, or the Eagles versus the Rams. It was the Eagles versus the Bills. So that same day, I had made a reaction video to the Eagles versus Bills game. So I made it. So I made the react. So we went. I picked her up. We came here to my house, and then we went out and got some food. And then I did the reaction videos, and she was eating, and I was eating the leftovers from the Little Caesars. Then after that, we had went and so yeah. So then we were eating, and then after was done with the reaction videos, we went upstairs and watched the movie. Then after that, we watched the movie for a couple minutes, and then we went downstairs and cuddled in my room for a little bit. So she took her socks off. Now, mind you, when I first told her to come in the house, I had her pajamas, because I had some pajamas that I couldn't fit. Like, they were too big for me, so I gave it to her, and she wore those. And apparently, she didn't have no flimmies on, but I didn't realize that until after I was already in the room. So she basically, you know, we was cuddling or whatever, and then she took them off, and we did the do whatever. Now, mind you, as soon as we was done doing that, I ain't gonna lie, I regretted it, because I knew I was supposed to stay on my grind of just, focusing on myself. Like, I did want to, because honestly, I really just wanted to have a girl best friend to hang out with. Like, I didn't want to do sex. I didn't want to do none of that. I didn't want to spend money on her, nothing of that. Like, I just wanted to hang out with her, maybe make TikToks every now and then, post each other on, like, our birthdays and shit like that. Maybe make some content together, like, stuff like that. It wasn't nothing too crazy. But I wanted to be able to allow myself to get used to being friends with females and not just wanting to fuck, because I felt that just wasn't healthy for me. And if I were to only focus on that, I would never be able to have a real female friend in the real world when the time comes. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll end up overplaying my part, because I'll think, oh yeah, I'm friends with this female, or me and this female are more than just friends, and we're not. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like just so depressed after that. But it was just like, at the same time, it was like, I mean, I didn't regret doing it. Like, I regretted doing it, but I didn't regret, like, what happened. You know what I'm saying? If you get what I'm trying to say. So basically, whatever happened, we you know what I'm saying, I took a couple of days off of that, and I tried to not hang out with her, but her birthday was coming up. Her birthday is coming up now, and I was thinking about going to hang out with her on her birthday, but it was like, I mean, if it was, because she was talking about getting a hotel and just hanging out like that. She wanted me to help her go get her tattoo. Like, she was gonna get her tattoo. I was gonna be with her to get her tattoo. Then I was gonna take her home. She was gonna go. She was gonna wear her dress and for her birthday dinner. And then I was gonna pick her up. We was gonna go to the hotel, and she was gonna wear pajamas. We was gonna take our showers, make YouTube or make TikToks and all that stuff, and probably take flicks. And then after that, we were gonna spend the night together. But she showed me that she can do that, and her mom said that she had to come home. So it would just be me going there for a couple hours. So I'll probably pay, because I think it's like $60 something. If I was to actually stay the whole night, it would be $60. But apparently, even if I stay there for a couple hours, it'll still be $60. So I'm gonna pay $60 to stay there for a couple hours, and then go home, and probably get home at like 12 o'clock in the morning, like 12 to 1 o'clock in the morning. And I just felt like it was a waste of time. But it's like, I also have work. And now, mind you, a couple days ago, I almost got fired because I missed a couple days because I was sick. But it's like, with the job I had, since I'm a car assistant, I'll be outside all day. So I'll be outside in like 20, 30-degree weather every single day. You know what I'm saying? So it's not impossible for me to get sick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, with that, I also want to be able to get out of here, because it's like, I want to live. I love my family, but I also want to live on my own. Like, I'm 18 years old. I want to get my own house. And it's like, well, focusing on content. I've been trying to focus on content, losing my weight. I've been trying to, continue to work and, let bigger and better opportunities come. You know what I'm saying? Because with me, I don't really want, like, I've seen so many people that I work with that are like 30, 40 years old, even higher than that, 50, 60 years old, been working there for like their whole life damn near. And I don't want to do that. I want to be able to just focus on YouTube and make it out of here, off of YouTube, you know what I'm saying, and TikTok and social media, and have sponsorships and possibly get sponsored by NFL teams, and maybe be in a movie, all that type of stuff. Maybe make music every now and then too, be in music videos. But it's just like, I can't do that if I'm so focused on getting a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like with a 9 to 5, you're not going to be able to live life off of that. At some point, you're going to have to make a shift. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know if I want to go do some college classes. And it's just like my family, it's like they love me and they want me to be around. But it's like, I just feel like they're trying to make me get a job that I may not end up wanting just so that I can get more money. You know what I'm saying? And get out of here. Because they think that that's what I'm going to end up having to work for years. But I'm thinking I just want to work there for like no more than like, honestly, like I've been working this 9 to 5 shit. Because my first 9 to 5 ended up getting shut down. And I feel like that shit was like, honestly, they just had a problem with me. You know what I'm saying? Like when we first started, I'll make another story time on that for sure. But I just feel like that job wasn't right for me. So I get a bigger opportunity, get this job, get a lot more money off here. And then it's like, even then, it's like, that's still not even enough, you know? So it's like, I just feel like, at the same time, like I want to just, maybe even if I do get like a side job or whatever, like Amazon or something like that, and then that way I can make money like that and also still do content. I was thinking about taking like photography classes and doing that on the side and possibly seeing if I can be a photographer for like, brands and stuff like that and, for NFL teams and shit. But it's just like, it's just so hard because it's like at the same time I want to be able to make a living for myself and my family. And it's like I was going to go to the military, but I just feel like I'm way too injury prone. And you see what's going on nowadays with the military. I don't even think that's a good idea. And it's like I just want to, because also honestly my plan was to just go to the military. That way I can get my own housing and then I can just focus on the military. That way I have more income and also do YouTube. So even if it takes long for me to go up on YouTube, I'll still get plenty of money from the military. And then when I start going up on YouTube, go crazy and then probably be in the military for probably to like 30 years old and then go to just retire and get the military benefits. And also, you feel me? Because I'll be like 12 years if I start now, get the military benefits and also the YouTube benefits. But I just feel like with going to the military is just so much of a risk that you might have to end up going into war or whatever the case may be. And then I might end up like, because I'm not really worried about that because I know God got me. But at the same time, I just don't feel like I feel like I'll be a liability if I go because of my injuries. Like, my legs be hurting. I got scoliosis. Like I have a whole bunch of my shoulder feels like it's out of place. And I just feel like with working, that's going to make it worse. So even if I do go to the military, it's like if I continue to work a 9 to 5, it's gonna get worse. And who goes to say that they say I'm cool, I'm clear, and then I go to the military and end up breaking something. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's not worth it. And that's why I feel like YouTube is probably the best because it's like YouTube, you can be versatile, you can post whenever. You know what I'm saying? Once you get a big fan base, you can pretty much do any content that you want or that they want. And it's like, with working a 9 to 5, it's like you don't even make enough. Like no matter how many, and that's why I feel like it's draining because it's like you can work hours on end and still not make enough. You know what I'm saying? You can work 40 something hours and only make about $1,000, $2,000. That's not enough, bro, to suit yourself, especially in this world. But also, it's like too, you know, with that girl, it's like I do want to hang out with her, but I feel like we have too much free time, and it's like, all right, let me put it this way too. It's like we have too much free time, but it's like if we don't have free time and we don't use that free time to just chill or whatever, then we'll spend money. So it's either I spend money or I have free time. And when I get that free time, that's when we start to cuddle. That's when we start to have urges, and that's when we start to do other things. And it's like I just feel like with me, I feel like once your future wife gets to you, you'll know. And I feel like your future wife will never be willing to have sex with you if you are friends or just have sex with you in general. Because I feel like with sex, it's more of a thing of not wanting to lose a person. I feel like if you were really high with having sex with somebody, it's most like because you feel guilty or you just don't want to lose them. So you feel like that is a way to attach yourself to them so that you won't lose them. You know what I'm saying? That's why some females do that whole pregnancy thing so they can keep that person with them. That's why they do, say what they say when y'all do it and, say it's okay to do it. So in that way, if it does end up happening to where you do end up, God forbid, getting pregnant or whatever, then now you damn near have to, even if you don't be in the kid's life, you have to pay the support or you know what I'm saying, get consequences. So that's why it's like, well, females, you got to be like on point because I feel like at the same time, it's like you just never know. And that's why I be telling you, bro, like, it's hard because I'm in a situation where I'm trying to focus on my content, trying to, still stay faithful to God as well. And, be there for him and make the decisions that he would want me to make. But at the same time, also trying to get out of here and also, get me a house. Because, I mean, like I said, I want to get me a house with a dog, It's a good house, and I also want to make a good family. But it's like same thing, too. I don't know when I'm going to find my future wife. So if I just sit around, and focus on myself, I know it'll be good. But it's like, I don't know how long it's going to be till I find her. So if I just, what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be a certain while. And it's also like, it's like that, too. Like, I don't really know what to do because it's like, I don't know, because it's like with that being said too, it's like I want to hang out with females as well, but it's like I feel like if I do that, it's gonna lead to things just lead to exactly what happened the first time. And it's like if I find a female or find another female or say, because that female that I see at work, I feel like I like her, she cool, you know what I'm saying, cool people, but I don't really have time to talk to her, and I don't really be around her like that because I be outside. But it's like even if I do talk to her, that's just going to fill the same void, and then you may end up the same exact way where we end up, that's why I feel like it's just best to let God pick that. But it's like at that point too, it's like it's hard because there's loneliness, and once loneliness hits, it's like, damn, like you got to talk to somebody, you know what I'm saying, whether it's anybody, and that's why it's like I just don't know, because I have high expectations for myself. Like, I'm just trying to get me a house, get me a dog, and the same thing with the relationship thing, too. Like, I told myself that if I get in a relationship with a girl, I want us to be in a relationship. I want us to be friends for at least a couple months. Like, at least, I would say up to a year. But I'll say be friends for at least, like, 7 to 8 months first. Before we have a relationship, we can still hang out with each other, go out, but not for long. And I just feel like the longer you hang out with a female, in your free time, the worse it's gonna get, because it's just gonna be like y'all keep seeing each other for too long. So it's like I feel like our best bet was just be friends for a while, not post each other with like faces, but also post so we know, like people know that we're in a relationship, or not in a relationship, but we have talk stage, whatever. And maybe do like maybe match pajamas, go to the movies and take a flick of that, or like us wearing matching pajamas or Crocs with each other's names or whatever. And we post that, and then after months of us being together, and we also don't even meet each other's family or none of that, and then after months of us, and we can go over each other's house, shit like that, but not spend the night or anything like that, and also focus on our content, or if she wants to do content, focus on content, or if she wants to do like anything like nursing or whatever, she focus on that. And then, because I was also thinking, like, what if I get to a certain amount of likes or followers, and then I find a female that wants to stream with me that has the same amount, and then we go off that. Because I just want to focus on, I want us to be able to be friends and be together, like hang out with each other and shit like that, but also focus on our grind. So then that way we can build up our own fan base, and then we also have a joint fan base as well. But it's like, with hanging out with her, I feel like that'd be cool, but I just don't, I just feel like we should wait, and we should hang out with each other, but also give each other our space and shit like that. That way we can learn to, miss each other and shit like that. And then, like I said, not really introduce each other to each other's families until about a year. And then that's when we'll introduce each other to, like, the world, like our friends and our content and shit like that. And then go off that. And then eventually, a couple of years later. So, because I think of it like this. So, 18 to 20, y'all just be friends. Y'all hang out. Y'all don't see each other. I mean, y'all see each other, but y'all don't, like, save each other's house and stuff like that. And still go out, post each other, but not faces or anything like that. Then, when you hit 20 to 21, that is around when y'all start dating. You know what I'm saying? Y'all start dating around then. And, you feel me? Then, I'll say around 22 to 23, y'all can get a house. But honestly, I would say even like 3 to 4 years, y'all could probably get a house. Right? So then, 23, 24, y'all get a house if y'all haven't already. And, you know what I'm saying? In my defense, I want her to, like, once me and her get a house, she can stop working, if we have enough money for that. But I do also, like I said, want to have dogs. I want to have my own dog before I even get in a relationship with anything. Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, I want my own dog, and then we can have, eventually have a dog together. But, like I said, probably around like 24, 25, we'll have kids. Because I got to make this quick because I don't got storage on my phone. But 25, we'll have kids. And then after we have, so 25 we'll have kids. Or no, 25 we'll get married. And then 26, 27 we'll have kids. And then we'll do it that way. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say, bro. I've been stressing a lot. I just want to know what I should do, bro. Like, because I just want to have a girl best friend, but it's just like, it doesn't seem like it's working. And it's like, I do know that, like, when my future wife, like, when I get my future wife, I'll know. And that's probably what I should focus on and shift towards. But it's just real hard to do that in the situation I'm in right now. But Love y'all, man. Y'all stay safe. I got more videos today for sure. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to post anytime soon though.